Hey friends! Today I wanted to share with you 3 ways to use a sans serif or a print style of lettering. I think it's really fun to have kind of like a go-to sans serif style or like a print style of hand lettering that you use, and I think it can come in handy in certain situations. So in this video I'm going to give you an example of 3 places that I like to use my own sans serif lettering style, and at the end I'll give you a few tricks for creating this style of lettering for yourself. So first things first, I am just going to admit it, not everything looks good in script. So when I say script, I mean like that cursive style of brush lettering. And I know, it's all your personal preference and style, and I do truly believe that. But do you ever just get stuck on a word and no matter what you do, it's not working, you're not liking it, it doesn't look great? And sometimes the answer to my lettering frustrations is to just simply take a break. And I do actually think that's still a good idea. But sometimes just switching that tricky word or a few tricky words to a more block or print style of lettering is a good idea and can actually be a good fix. So depending on the word, I might just switch the way that I write my double S's in script. But sometimes, no matter which ones I try, I am just not feeling it. So in that case, I might switch to a sans serif style of alphabet because I can fight all day long with writing the word success in script, and I'm sure that I could eventually come up with something that was usable. But there is also nothing wrong with just calling it a day and switching to a good and bold print style. The second way that I like to use a print style of lettering is to fit a longer phrase together. So sometimes, especially when lettering longer phrases, it can be difficult to make all of the lines of the words nicely fit together. This can also be extra hard when you have words that have a lot of ascenders or descenders. So for example, the tops of your D's and T's might be running into the bottoms of your Y's and J's. I know that when we're printing like on a lettering worksheet, we don't have that issue, but if you're creating like an art piece, you kind of want your words to fit together a little bit more, and you might not want a big gap in between each of your lines. So that can be super frustrating. So in this case, switching a few words to a sans serif style of lettering can be a quick fix. The third place that I like to use this type of alphabet is when I'm trying to make a word stand out. So it can be easy for words to get lost in a sea of script lettering. It is so beautiful as a whole, but it can be hard to kind of accentuate things when all of your lettering is the same. There are so many scenarios where you may want to make something stand out a bit more, whether it's a date or a title or a keyword. A nice bold print style of lettering can help you do just that. So if you're just excited as I am about creating sans serif lettering, then I want to give you a few quick tips to help you get started. So number 1 is use the right pen. Some of my favorites for bold styles of lettering can be found on my website at howtohandletter.com/pens. But typically for this style of lettering, I like pens that write smoothly and have nice clean lines. I want the color to stay smooth and I want it to stay solid and not really like breaking up. And I want something where my lines just kind of write smoothly and the pen doesn't get stuck to the paper, because otherwise my really straight lines don't look super straight. So again, if you want to see the pens that I use and recommend, you can go to howtohandletter.com/pens. Tip number 2 is practice. You might be thinking like, really, that's a tip just to practice? But yes it is, and the reason I feel like I need to point it out is because sans serif lettering can also be mistaken for just like everyday handwriting. And essentially it kind of is, but it doesn't always come as easy as everyday handwriting. So it's okay if your everyday handwriting looks like sans serif, but I don't want anyone to think that those beautiful and perfectly formed block styles of letters just come easily for everybody. It took me a while to craft a print style of alphabet that I loved and that I felt like fit with my brush lettering. So just because it looks super simple doesn't mean that people didn't practice to get it that way. And tip number 3 is experiment. Like I mentioned, it took me a while to create an alphabet that I was happy with and that looked good with my own brush lettering. So try different things and mix up different lettering styles. Think about the styles that you love and try to start there. So is your style fun or playful or more formal? These can all come out in your sans serif lettering style. So I'm going to end this video with some real-time lettering of myself, showing you some different ways to use this sans serif style of lettering. But if you want to learn this style of lettering for yourself and don't want to spend all the time experimenting in forming this sans serif style of alphabet, I will leave a link below for my own sans serif style of printable lettering worksheets. This is the style that I came up with and love and use. It comes with both a monoline style for you to use with a regular pen and also comes with a brush style for you to use with your brush pens. It also comes with letters and some practice phrases for combining upper and lowercase, which is something that I didn't even include in my tips, but combining upper and lowercase letters throughout your lettering, where you maybe have a couple of letters in a word that are lowercase and then change a couple to uppercase depending on what your style is. That is one way to really make your style unique and your own. So that is just like bonus tip number 4. That's something you can do when you experiment with your different styles. It's just really fun to play around that way. So I will actually put these on sale until Tuesday for 25% off using the code Susie's Print Letters. I will add that into the description box so that you can just copy and paste it. But if you would like to grab these for yourself, check out the link in the description box for a discount code and the link to get them for yourself so that you can get started with your own print style of alphabet today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you, and I hope that these tips were helpful for you. Again, I will leave you with some real-time, not sped up at all hand lettering. Make sure if you are not already to subscribe and check out the playlist below for some more videos, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.